If you think I'm this, then you keep me separated from those that I love so much and love me. I'm happy being crazy.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I've got a feeling deep inside they don't like to be just like me. Crazy, crazy,
Eva,
crazy,
Matthew,
crazy.
I've got no idea in the world why anyone would separate us. I love you so much. I never stop thinking about you. Every day. I love you.
Listen, I'm just trying to find a little affection, that's all.
Good morning to Unified Pain. This is the crazy father of Ava and Matthew. And I know some good parents out there want to show support, some love and respect in this absolutely crazy world. In the last few days, even someone like myself that doesn't watch or have a TV, even someone like myself would have seen that NASA has launched astronauts. I think the new name for them is astronaut actors. And now, anyone with a love of NASA, with a belief of NASA, I'm sure they can now see that NASA's taking the piss. And I don't just mean with the drive-by on the 1st of April, the drive-by of the moon, the 1st of April, April Fool's Day, with the pilots, what is it, Christina Koch and Stephen Glover. Let's just say I'm making that up, but Christina Koch and Stephen Glover. Koch Glover. That's who they had as the space astronauts who were piloting the mission on April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day had the astronauts Koch Glover. Pilot Koch and Pilot Glover. Normal, Koch Glover. That's just not the only madness we're seeing. We give that our attention. The same as we give football players our attention. The same way as we give the government when we say you need to vaccinate, we give them attention. But now the government is coming out telling us we need to vaccinate preschool children. Preschool children. And with the dangerous, or the capabilities of the danger that my ex-partner will put my children in front of. My ex-partner used to be an anti-vaxxer up until she lied about being raped and she sold her children out to the pharmaceutical industry. Handed them across to the services who abuse. Now those services that abuse, although children are never any risk, with any of these, he's got a sniffle. And no children were affected or passed these on. They want to poison their children. The way they've poisoned you and most of your children. And my own. And my ex-partner, who chose to poison them. This world is crazy. This world is crazy. Those you finance by the billions of dollars who pretend to fly in outer space, flying past the moon, which they've landed on, but that was 1970. And the last time they sent a picture of the moon was that 1970 picture from the last drive-by. My nana said, when my own mother and father were young, possibly when I wasn't thought of, that NASA was lying. Nobody can get to space. But now we've got cock glovers in space. Cock glover is driving past. And if you don't see that as an April Fool's joke on you, on your children. Moving on to the vaccines. Over the last few years, even on mainstream TV, you can see this has ruined people's lives. You see very few people that it's saved, but you see thousands of young men and women that this ruined their life. It made their blood thick. It made their blood so thick it couldn't go through their brains. So heart attacks were very common and still are very common. Falling down dead is very common, especially for super fit sportsmen. You don't want your children falling down dead. We have no standards for the safety of children. We've just simply got no standards. We've got no standards at all. There's like everything played out as a piss take from the Freemasonic Piss Take Society. And I must admit, like, my mates were very good at being funny and taking the piss and these type of things. And that's another thing, piss. See, if you have nothing and you're dying, drink your own piss. The magic water I talk about, what do you think that is? And I've got a few friends out there that really could go with giving this free to try. Drinking piss has been known to treat many illnesses, brain tumours, cancers like leukemia. Drinking your own piss. I'm not asking you to munch your faeces. Don't tell anyone. Do it for a week. You'll be disgusted at yourself for a short time. But that's only because the programming. They would rather have you retarded, your children broken, your mum and dad dead, you hanging on to your life in your 30s. That's what the system wants. They want you feeling like a pensioner when you're exiting your 20s. Because we don't have time for grown-up adults who want to do the right thing for their children and their communities. We don't have time for that now. So we want to keep you busy looking at Cock Glover, doing a drive-by by the moon. Only children can believe these fantasies now. Only children can believe such fantasy. The fact that they've got away with draining billions out of public purses in Europe and the UK and the USA, all round any one of our Freemasonic, my first PlayStation type, my first moon station? What is it? Space station? Space actors? It doesn't stop the normal things from happening. And one of the normal things happening is this channel's growing. Even though there's only one or two of you on here right now, and there used to be, what, 25,000, 30,000. I remember sitting just here and having 25, 30,000 people watch. And I was thinking, this message is going to get to one or two people. My children and I might get some help. But instead of that, we get shadow banned. Because we block anything that's honest. And we force into your consciousness anything that's rapey, abusive and false. If it's rapey and abusive, it gets pushed onto your children's minds. If it's going to kill you, we tell you it's good for you. There's over 500,000 views on this little channel that's shadow banned, blocked, barred. And that's because of some lovely people that keep coming back. Since the very start of these channel getting busy, the security services have stuck on paedophile protectors. And any time you bar them, they keep coming back. So thank you. At some point, even those who abuse kids, may get it in their little minds that they should stop, because there's a big group of us that will destroy you just because the system is full of paedophiles and it's looking after them. Don't mean you're safe, boy. Or you sold out girl who abuses kids. You're not safe any longer. So German men of fighting age are being told that they cannot leave the country unless they ask permission. Unless they ask permission. So why would we be stopping the centre of Europe? Stopping men? They have to go and ask permission from government? Remember last time Germany had that type of thing happening? We killed some very good men and thousands of babies. Tens of millions. So what's going on here? We're having all this nonsense forced into our consciousness. Children are having to believe that NASA in some ways honest. No, none of these people are accountable to the crimes they commit. None of these actors are in any way decent. Never have been. It's always throwing up the 666 symbology in the eye. Oh, wow. What club are you part of? You must be so smart. Does really the average person want to be part of some scumbag satanic club that abuses kids? You want to be part of that? My ex became part of that. She started abusing our children. She would do anything to hurt them. As long as she got what she wanted, she would do anything to hurt any child, especially her own. And she's already done that. I pointed this out in court several times. And because I don't hurt children, because I don't lie and abuse, I don't get help. If you're an abusive father, you might get some help. If you're a wicked mother, you will get help. Because charities are funded for you. Women's Aid. But that doesn't stop even a message from someone as poorly educated as myself. And that message is, we need to stop psychologically abusing our children. We need to stop using women to abuse them because we're funding charities that help women take the place of abused kids. Why would any abused woman want to take the place of abused kids? Because she gets all of the attention and all of the money and all of the help and all of the services thrown at her. What do kids and fathers get? Nothing. But surely mothers get this help. No, mothers don't get it. It's only if you become a violent, abusive feminist. If you protect those pedos who hurt children, they will help you if you see yourself as a feminist. Feminist is not feminine. Feminist is not female. Feminist is not woman. Feminist is not mother. Feminist is terrorist. Feminist is the female chauvinist. They abuse children. These feminists abuse children. Women's Aid abuses children. So we have a lot of actors pretending to fly to space in little capsules.
Apologize for the technical faults. All I can say is it's more than likely me that made the mistake. I apologise, I can't actually read. But you know, if it's something cruel, I'll just react. And if it's something nice, I would get upset. There's some support out there. I see some people ask questions like, why did you let this woman hit you, Polish woman hit you? I wouldn't hit someone that would hit them. You don't want to punch and hurt someone, even if they're punching and hurting you. I don't want to do that. Anyway, look, let's go on. I need to see my children. I know there's some people out willing to help. People are asking, men were asking, and boys were asking why I don't hit women back if they hit me. I hope I've made sense. I'm sorry, something's very much wrong with this 240p. I don't know. Spring have finally come to Sweden. Well done, Sweden, you get spring. And that was dead. Comes back to life. I hope that happens. And a big shout out to Ukrainian friends willing to bother their backside help. And big shout out to Polish friends still getting in contact and letting me know that I'm worthwhile. Shout out to everyone that's coming against me and coming against the message of children and parents deserve to have time together, and all children just deserve to have safe, loving parents. Just shut it. Thank you all the silly paedophile protectors that go out their way to try and bring me down. It gives me some fighting spirit inside when I don't want to fight. Want to break down most of the time, but seeing as we've heard that the man who has studied tears is telling us that crying is good for us. The most painful painkillers are in our tears, but not tears where you're cutting onions, tears with true emotion. Don't hold back the tears. Don't hold back that pain. Let it out. It'll protect you. It'll help you. And just think, if you do urine therapy on top of that, it's not going to cost you a penny. I would always suggest doing the Budwig protocol. But when you get no money, and after a few months you're starting to feel pains in your body, why not do something that costs nothing? Try drinking your pee 3 times a day for a week. And tell me what happens in your life. Tell me about those pains that you had. Tell me about the little clicks that you had. And you might not even remember them after a week. But the thing is, you have to get through that whole, the first time you're doing this, like years ago, obviously, like when it, well, many of you might have already done it, being perverted. But it has to be your own. Stick to that. I was going to say thank you, and I do mean that sincerely, to everyone coming on here. When I say everyone, and there's a handful of people, and I'm saying thank you for everyone coming on. You fool, Joe. Thank you for everyone that comes on and offers support, offers love and care and protection for my children and I. And even those that come on and offer a joke or a sly, witted, abusive humour, or those that come on and use different names and fake profiles and always attack. You guys are making my channel bigger. Imagine over 500,000 people seeing one of the smallest fathers and children's charities ever made, and it was made by me. Over 500,000 people know about Unified Pain. This is the channel you come to. It might not be stuck here. You might not be writing checks and sending them to Unified Pain like Children's in Need. I might not have a great wee teddy bear with one eye missing, you know. But even if you hate me, hate the idea of me being a father, you've helped me. Those who have hated me so much and pushed me and the memory I have of my children down, and talking like this breaks me, but knowing that crying helps me, scientifically proven. Don't hold back those tears. Even those people being nasty to you, thank them, thank you. I know you write things down here all the time and I don't get to read them. Believe me, I get to read lots of them. And I see kindness. I see stupidity and kindness, but that's what we are. We are stupidity. We are kindness. We are what makes this thing going. And if you take what they offer, you're going to lose who you are. If you take those vaccines and you don't die, or you don't severely suffer, or you're not maimed, you're not you. If you take what they give you, you're no longer biologically you. You change. And they're changing and trying to kill us and control us, even more so than they do now. I know you're aware of that. If you want to start speaking out about any subject you like and have your opinions and have people hear it, it might only be 5 people, might only be a handful of people that listen. It might only go in one of their ears. But you have the opportunity with these silly devices and silly businesses like YouTube. It's the only way we can use the military industrial complex against itself, because this is a military grade weapon. And you have the opportunity to use it on the things that you believe in and think of should be highlighted. And right now, we shouldn't be highlighting cock glovers flying around the space. That's crazy. Kids don't believe that. Even the most avid supporters of NASA no longer believe in NASA. And that's good. It's a good thing, because we can see the joke side of it, but we have to, as adults, address the funding that they've stolen, the same as we must address the funding that feminists take to pretend in some way they're feminine and loving, caring people. Feminists aren't. Those who are part of Women's Aid, the feminists that are part of that child abuse network, I'm sorry that you're going to suffer, but you deserve what's coming to you. And there's a way out, which I've always given, and it's nothing to do with me, and it's not Budvig protocol, it's not Nurse Cassie, it's not drinking your tears, and it's certainly not drinking your piss. It's repenting, it's saying sorry for what you've done, whether it's been to family, friends, males, females, something in between. I believe there is a race of something in between. There is a race of something in between. But it doesn't matter. The sunny days, 500,000 people checking out a small charity, some nice comments, some nasty people in fake profiles. It's all just happening, you know? It's just all happening. And everything seems to be happening to stop us from questioning what's happening. And what's happening right now, if you don't see it, it's utterly mad, unbelievable. And you're funding it. And while you fund the most insane drive-by of the century, of the decade, whatever it is, it's the most insane drive-by with cock glover. And that's the real names. I'm not joking. This is our reality we're in. Supposedly one of the high-spec, highly funded space aeronautics companies in the world make you believe the most profound things. And it's not just them, cock glovers the ones doing it. And what they're going to be doing once they're in space, I guarantee, the same thing as what they've always done, throwing some silver packs of food about and munching in water that looks like balls in the air. It's never different. They're not going to turn that round and show you a spinning ball sitting, because that doesn't happen. What should happen is all of that funding should get in for fathers, mothers, their children and family. We need to put serious support into our future, and that means supporting children. There will come a time when you get this message. 500,000 people have already got this message, whether they've got it through listening to this fool willing to sit down and talk while he's broken, while all he wants in this world is to be with his son and daughter. If I was with my son and daughter right now, I wouldn't be getting to speak to you. But I know my daughter would be busy planning her next video. I know whether it would be a taste test for her super candy sweets. But her mum stopped us doing all of that. Her mum stopped anything that was fun. I know no matter how deeply my son and daughter have been taught to hate who they are, to hate their daddy, I know they're doing it to protect themselves. They shouldn't have to be doing that. They shouldn't have to face adults hurting them or abusing them. Thanks for all your support over the last year and a half or so, or whatever it's been. This channel's still not been shut down, although it is severely shadow banned. So fix it, Oppenheimer. All that funding stopped their bunkers. Jesus never buys any smokes. Does he not? Anyone that's living in this reality when Cock Glover's doing a drive-by of the space or the moon, let me tell you that if you're not consuming nicotine, then you might have a broken mind. Your brain needs nicotine to operate and function properly. I do see this. It's a bit like someone saying it's like you stink of piss because you drink piss. No one's going to say you're super healthy. You don't work out much, but you still manage to look super healthy. Your body's still at a great weight and everything else. And that, a lot of men my age are about 10 stone overweight, fat, constantly drinking. These are the men that will say the same type of things as you. Anyway, Jesus died for you. Mount Golgotha. He suffered for us. But the thing that you notice, more so for that Christianity thing, the Catholic thing, is they never used asymmetrical crosses, did they? They didn't use asymmetrical crosses. So why would they all with the Catholics and I would show these asymmetrical crosses? Because it's just a bit ski-whiff. It's just a bit out of whack. Like everything else that they've done over time. You know that? It's like, you know that our music, right? The millihertz in music, it's ski-whiff, it's off, but just by a bit. So it doesn't feel right. You know that, don't you? You know the millihertz in music is always so it causes in some way upset in your body, whereas it could flow in your body, the music, if it was given the right millihertz. Is it 969 or something like this, or is that just the speed of the rings of Saturn? Who knows? And then we have the time that we're in right now. What time are we in right now? What time are we at? I'll tell you what, this is London Standard Time. This is Greenwich Mean Time we're in, but it's not Greenwich Mean Time. This isn't a London suburb. I'm in Scotland. I'm in Glasgow. We have our own time here. The sun rises at a different time here. You have to look. We used to do this in the 1800s. I think it was up until like maybe 1850 after this time. Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, Manchester, Birmingham, Norwich, you name the place, they dealt with their own time because it was different time. Time wasn't one thing that we had to standardise, so big business, and I think it was the railways to operate. So there's a lot of that kind of thing going on behind the scenes which we have no idea about. We have no idea about that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will find that 100, 200 years down the road. But the thing is, if we're vaccinating them, they're not going to be able to question anything. If they've taken all their shots, like most have here, they're not going to be able to offer anything. What they offer is ski-whiffed time. Whoosh, it's gone funny. Ski-whiffed religion. Whoosh, everything's kind of gone funny. It doesn't make sense. Ski-whiffed music. Ski-whiffed millihertz, everything's just a bit out of whack, and every one of us can feel this. Every one of us know that the sound just isn't right, the time just isn't right, everything's just a bit knocked off. Bit by bit, they can take the piss big time, and it's not to help you, it's to help big business always. See, if you look back at who decided we were going to, I mean, do we need to flick our watches forward so we can get this extra deal? Do we need to flick it forward? Who decided that? Some Kiwi Freemason? Some New Zealand Freemason decided he wanted an extra hour to clip flowers or pick seeds? Lots of people writing down here. The Jews were God's chosen people. Read the Bible and they were dispelled from everywhere. Never forget, we are a light to all nations, and only through us Gentiles may find. Israel, if we're saying that is the home of the Jews, which it isn't, Israel has more Jews there, don't they? Yeah. But you're even expelled from Jerusalem. You've been expelled from everywhere because you're atheists. And you abuse kids if you're Talmudic Jews. Real hair. Real hair. This is what that religion is. Jews are controlled by the Catholic Church. All religions are controlled by the Catholic Church. All of them. All. And all governments. The Catholic Church controls spiritual and temporal control over all this earth. That's what the Catholic Church claim to have. Spiritual and temporal control. This is true. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you want. Whoa, I've got over double figures. Hello, double figures. Just imagine there's people in 14 other police constabularies round the UK watching us right now. Or we use the low-level universal credit, British government, paying them money to be little rats because that's who we have in the government. Little rats, MPs, little rats, MSPs, little rats, who all abuse kids. All of them are abusive. They all fall for the cock Glover moon drive-by scenarios. They fall for everything. And they want you to eat that up. That's how they manage to vaccinate the vast populations, and most vaccinated people in this world are in Israel. That is the godless country is Israel. But here we have God's chosen people who have chosen not to be with God. God's chosen people were chosen by God thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You've shamed anything you thought was a God. Even lowercase g, you shame lowercase g gods. All religions do. And the Catholics own you. Spiritual and temporal ownership over all this realm. And this realm, it's not worth it. They've got you convinced NASA's doing flybys with cock Glover driving. Still tossing up water in the air and chewing it. Still abducting and abusing children and funding it. It doesn't take a lot to rile people. But if you don't rile them, you can just give women money and they'll abuse their own children. So although there's lots of thank yous, we need to sit back, open our eyes, even if you're vaccinated 3 times, even if you have chosen the full prescription of vaccines, you need to try and open your mind, or let someone do that for you. Don't allow your children, because that's who they're coming after with this new vaccine. Don't allow your children to be poisoned any further. I don't have a say in what's going on with my kids, and it breaks my heart. Every day it breaks my heart. It's hard that people actually want to have a go, but you've supported me by having a go, and I want you to know that. Every evil thing you've done and said, it's only affected you negatively, and it's still going to affect you. Things that you've done and said last week are going to affect you for months in your head. It's because of what you've chose to be. And you've chose to be one of these cock-level, child-abusing rats that will take a payoff from the Western government, which has no interest in you being anyway healthy, safe, or your children being safe. Charities like this are coming online every day, and they're helping children, they're helping good parents, and children have time together. You are really stuck on the Jewish thing and the religion thing, aren't you? That's the thing. You want to argue amongst yourself all day long. The Jews, the Catholics, the Christians, the Muslims, all of it's just fake horseplay. It's nothing. Religions are nothing more than to keep you fighting amongst yourselves. God is real. Jesus Christ was God manifest in the flesh on this earth. We will be judged by him. But before we do that, we can start working out all of those things we done wrong. All of those things that we've done to cause others pain, grief. We can try and repent. We can apologise. We can change things. And today, no matter what, even if you don't have anything much to say, you can try and go out for the support of children. You can go and support children. I was a father before I impregnated some lowlife. I was a father before then. Maybe she was never a mother. And she said to me that she'd tried to have kids with her ex and she couldn't be a mother. If there's mothers and fathers out there, please look after your kids and don't hate on each other. Don't choose money over protecting your children. Please don't choose money over protecting your children. Don't choose money over taking the piss out your family and friends. Your family and friends might be genuine and care about you. I'm genuine and care and miss and worry about my family. Here we go. The Jews are God's chosen people. Never forget, we are a light to all nations. You've been expelled from all nations. There's not a nation on this earth that hasn't said, you parasites, you must leave. You're thieving, you're stealing, you're abusing children, and we won't accept that. And you get expelled. The Talmudic Jew is a sickness. The Talmudic Jew is a sickness. An abusive sickness which puts children in danger, which has women raping children, which has boys raping children, which has men raping babies. That's not God's chosen people. There is no religion with God's chosen people. No religion has that. But that depends on who your God is. All these drive-bys up there, they're for Baphomet. They're for Luciferian ideology. And that's all NASA is. I'm going to talk to some trees. I used to believe that trees were connected from like here to the other side of the world, and you could hear voices from trees and talking from trees, but it wasn't the tree talking. It was because, do you remember? Or if you don't remember, please do this. Remember you used to get yogurt cartons, the 2 yogurt cartons, and you would put a piece of string in between, and your friend would be in his house like, I don't know, 500 metres away, and you would take a big long piece of string and go, Kenny, can you hear me? I can hear you, Joe. Do that with your kids. But I used to believe trees, because the roots, the roots in the tree, I thought you could talk into the tree and the tree would go all the way to America and someone in America would hear me talking into the tree. And then they might think it's the tree, but trees were our first super fast broadband internet. The trees were that, are that. The trees are nature's connection services. Don't forget that. So don't feel it's a wrong thing to do and sit and pray to God and thank him for your family and thank him for all the miseries given to you. At least you know when you have those miseries and pains, at least you know you're alive and you're not hurting anyone by doing that, and you're not taking payoffs like a paedophile protector or pedo or satanic Luciferian scumbag lowlife that pretends to be flying past in a big rocket, and his name's Cock Glover, Christina Cock and Stephen Glover. I don't know if that's their first names, but do you not see that you're the one they're taking the piss out of? The way they're taking the piss out of me funding a child abuser after it's been court documented and once she's admitted being a lying, cheating child abuser. I know we're going to come back together. I know some of you are going to drink your piss and talk into trees like me. I know you're going to try the Budwig protocol. I know you're going to start loving and caring for children. No matter if they're yours. You're just going to make sure that you show the right way to live and the right way to love. As men and fathers, all we need to do is show our children the right way to live and the right way to love. And that's what's coming. And it's coming. You not notice that all of these wars have been across Russia, Kosovo, Ukraine. It's always in Bulgaria. We attack. There's something great coming from there. There's something amazing coming from the Ukraine, Russian, Balkan region. There's something good coming out of there pretty soon. That's why we're trying to destroy it. Let's not destroy one another. If you're coming on here and you want to have a go and see all the negative stuff about me being a terrible man or a bad father or my children or this and that as they're abused, those words come back to hurt you. But they don't have to, because you don't have to say them. God, I just want you to help me and my kids. That's all I want. I just want someone to reach out and try and help me and my children. Get those that I love out of hospital. Hospitals aren't going to help you, man. Hospitals help you as much as NASA helps you understand space travel. You know, what are they doing? They're sitting in some secret bunker where they can take the piss out of all the masses. I don't know. There's not a chance on earth you believe this. There's not a chance on earth you believe this. But step by step, they are eroding everything that's good in this world.
Step by step to the point from which there is no return. Never again will you be capable of love or friendship, or joy of life, or laughter, or courage, or curiosity, or integrity. You will be hollow. We will squeeze you empty, and then we will fill you with ourselves, with love of Big Brother. Now, before we begin your cure, are there any questions you would like to ask?
Before we begin your cure, is there any questions you'd like to ask? Stop the abuse of children. Stop funding the abuse of children. Stop believing the mainstream. Turn your TVs off. NASA's gone all out to make sure no one supports them anymore. NASA were just like a Porsche. You know, they were there to sell t-shirts and hats. The product doesn't make any difference anymore. You know what they're doing is taking a piss, stealing money, and bringing wealth from the people who don't have any to the people who have far too much. Have a lovely day. Thanks for stepping by again. Even all those negative comments below. Those sending love, thank you so much for being kind to me. Those for telling me to beat women up, come on, don't be silly. Don't lift your hands to anyone that you think you can beat. Don't lift your hands and beat anyone that's easy for you to beat. We don't do that. We don't do that. Take care. Matthew, Ava, Daddy misses you every second. And day by day, I'm getting closer to being with you. I'm worried. But the joy of seeing you is what keeps me going. Some people here care. Some men and women here care. They aren't all predators. Lots of love. Bye.